Contemporary Vision's Italian Artists in China and My House is Your House are the two parallel exhibitions held in SPI Art Museum at the same time. It is a group show that casts the spotlight on some of the current crop of Italian artists and Chinese artists. Now let's take a closer look at the various perspectives of the artists from two countries.
Taking a turn to the theatrical, the SPI Art Museum is presenting a number of artistic forms, expressions, and structures typical to the Italian art scene. Under the name Contemporary Vision's Italian Artists in China, the group has created a labyrinth of the universe, overflowing with ideas, observations, and visions. Co-organized by the Shanghai International Culture Association and the Grazzo Institute for the Visual Arts and Art in the City, the project is an attempt to think through the facets of art and of making art today. It is geared specifically towards analyzing and highlighting elements of present-day Italian art that constitute multi-perspective spaces for cultural reflection on the contemporary moment.
We have artists of different generation, from the 29 years old to the 15 years old, represent the Italian style here in China. We would like to do an exhibition which we can present a constellation about Italian situation in contemporary art and the constellation of different languages of contemporary art in Italy. This is a Paolo Grassino artworks. He spoke about the identity of the people today in this globalized era.
This art piece is called Forever Overhead, created by Italian artist Maurizio Migliora. He captured the moment of the diver's work, containing the possibilities of death in life, fear, and courage.
Spoke about the Italian immigration. On this map we can see the profundity of the sea, and in black number, and in red we can see the number of the people who died in the sea.
Conceived as a parallel event to Contemporary Visions, Mi Casa es Tu Casa, My House is Your House artists of Shanghai comment on their city, aiming to create and reflect upon the possible links to be found in the work of the Italian and the Chinese participating artists. Curated by David Quadrio, he used his own ways to present the Chinese artist's perspective in the dialogue between both China and Italy.
Well, I decided to concentrate this exhibition curatorial theme on how artists in Shanghai living here are addressing problems of public space and private space, and how somehow the exoticism of the West in China and in Shanghai is being developed and distorted by the artists themselves.
Swaying between reflection and humor, the artwork filled the second floor of the museum, inviting the guests to stroll around in the white cube space, as they would do in a garden, a concrete garden, or perhaps the negation of the natural concept of it.
You see here actually sculptures that they were meant to be, some of them inside the house, some outside the houses. They were decorative pieces, which Jinshan is decomposing and changing into these very sort of semi-abstract forms. And I juxtaposed that to the paintings by Zhang Yongya, who are actually representing in a very decorative way, extremely beautifully done elements of interiors that they can come from Shanghai, but they can come from everywhere, and they have a strong classical feeling into that. And so the combination of the two creates this kind of public-private space, which I think was part of the idea that connects all the exhibition around.
The two exhibitions create a conversation between generations, experiments and incidents, played out through works created by artists who are meditating on the present in on the possibilities afforded by the future of art, capturing and critiquing the history of the modern-day society, its principles and its trends, while deploying phenomenological perspectives that encompass experiences on the borderline between reality and imagination. The exhibition will run until the 24th of July, so be sure not to miss it.